what's good, you fan in the room? How you doing? Hey, what is going on? My name is Ken. You already know it's your boy Jordan, the Don Adorno. And if you did not know, it has been a while since your boy has made content, let alone that of a throwback Godzilla figure review. So here we will be reviewing none other than one of my personal favorite figures in my entire collection, the King Scale Remote Control Godzilla 1993 figure. Now obviously this isn't to just make up for lost time, this is also to honor Kenpachiro Satsuma, the guy behind the Heisei Godzilla. So with all that being said, y'all already know we're gonna jump right into the review. And first things first, as you see right there, we'll be going over the packaging, the box art. And obviously as you guys see me rotating the box, you guys would see how massive this bad boy is. Now me personally, I absolutely love the advertisement photos given to this of the actual figure and obvious screenshots to that of what Godzilla would look like in the 1993 film Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla 2. Now obviously this is an older box, so there is some bit of wear and tear. As you guys can see in the top left corner, there are some folds, bends. Hopefully as I leave this bad boy upstairs in the attic, maybe the folds will unfold themselves, but nonetheless it is in great condition and it is an amazing display piece. Now onto the figure. And here it is, you guys, the overall reason behind this figure review: the King Scale Remote Control Godzilla 1993 figure, made to obviously advertise, in my opinion, one of the greatest movies within the Heisei era in Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla 2. You guys, I absolutely love this movie. It literally hits home for me because, believe it or not, Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla 2 was the first movie I had ever physically owned. And so obviously because this movie does hold a special place in my heart, I try to commemorate my love for that movie, obviously, through my collection. Alright, now the figures that I can recall from the top of the dome that I do have of that movie, or from that movie, are the Bandai Premium Super Mechagodzilla, the Rec Exclusive X Plus 93 Godzilla, and the Diamond Select Fire Rodan statue. I have others, but I can't recall exactly the top of my head, so yeah. But with all that being said, you guys, this figure, if you guys do not own this, I highly suggest getting this. The overall scaling to this, especially if you have that of a very large Mechagodzilla figure, or more so specifically the 93 Mechagodzilla figure, this will look absolutely amazing next to it. The details on this are extremely well done, especially because majority of the entire body is made up of what you see right here. Yes, rubber. So another reason why as to why I like it is because obviously it gives me that feeling as to what I can only imagine the suit actors would have felt like when going inside the rubber suits. Now mind you, I own, if I'm not mistaken, this is probably number 3 or number 4 of the other previous remote control Godzilla figures that I own, or the animatronic Godzilla figures that I own. And this being, I think, the last one, or if anything, the most recent one that I had within recent years, is probably the more superior one. The face, the overall facial structures, the details on this are amazing. And another thing as to why I love this figure so much more than the other previous ones is because it comes with its own Maser tank. Now, if you saw the buttons right there, that's right, this is the actual control to basically give Godzilla the animated look to how he would look like in the movie. Stomping his way all across Japan, causing nothing but chaos and just absolute rage, and obviously when he's going up against Mechagodzilla. I absolutely love this Maser tank, and if I can recall, I don't own a Maser tank. So this is probably the first Maser tank that I have in my collection. Now, one of the only downfalls is that there's really nothing you can do with this other than to just handle it when you're trying to control Godzilla. Nonetheless, because this is the only Maser tank that I have in my collection, I cannot be disappointed. And how you activate this is, obviously, you see right there the seams right behind the dorsal plates. there is a switch, and you just switch it on. You place the Maser tank right in front of that centerpiece where you see that black metal, and right there, you hear Godzilla's roar, you hear the animatronics going. That's how you control this figure. And might I say, like I said, because I do own other previous animatronic Godzilla figures, this is by far the best one that I have in my collection. I love the turning gimmick. Now, mind you, this is a little bit tricky, so it might take you a few tries to really get and understand what it is that you're trying to do, especially when you're trying to handle this guy. Now, speaking of handling this guy, one thing that I would highly suggest, and I had to do this recently with one of my other animatronic Godzilla figures, don't use this figure as much as you'd love to because of how cool it looks. Just keep it as a centerpiece, just keep it as a shelf piece, and if you do want to add batteries and show it off to your friends whenever they do come over, make sure you change the batteries once in a month or so, because if you don't, the batteries are going to explode. You have to clean up the battery acid, and that's a whole process, alright? It is a huge headache. Nonetheless, obviously, when taken care of properly and when being showcased, it is large and then charged. Now, speaking of large and in charge, I would like to show you guys some size comparisons. And that is it for today's figure review, you guys. I really do hope you guys enjoy this one, especially when making up for lost cause. Now, if you guys are trying to look for this bad boy, I'd highly suggest going on Buy, being that would probably be your best bet. But other than that, you guys, you already know, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And rest in paradise, Kenpachiro Satsuma. You will forever be missed.